Holy balls. Sorry, man. Got the wrong intro on the pop
right,
there.
bro.
Man. That's my fantasy league recap I do for my fantasy league every week. The Midtown Brigade. Shout out to my boys over there, man. I've been doing that shit for like 16 years with those guys. So I do a recap every week, which I found fun. And I told you I was running late today, so I couldn't. I didn't get the right intro there queued up, man. Too many intros, man. Too many shows. You know how it is.
These things happen, man. I did the same thing on Pump Breaks the other day. I played the morning show intros. I get it, man. I get it. These things happen sometimes. How you doing, though, bro?
Good, brother. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Hey, man, you looking a little sharp up in here, bro. What's up with that?
Man,
you look a little droopy, like these young kids say nowadays, man. What's up with that fit, baby? You looking a little clean out there, son. What you got there?
We got to give a little shout out to my guy Will, man. He's been working hard behind the scenes. You know, me and him have our morning show, and we have Game On over there. His gameon.locals.com, and we got our merch store over there. It's in the links in the bottom of all our shows and all that stuff. But he sent me a merch box the other day, man, because he's been rocking some of this gear.
Show the hoodie, kid. You got a hoodie?
Hat and everything.
Oh, look at that.
And, so he was wearing it on the show, and we were going to promote this stuff. And I was like, man, I'll promote it and everything. But I didn't know how good a quality it was. You never know what you're getting these days when you order from somebody. Well, this site we use, and I hate that I'm drawing a blank on it. I'll have to ask him. But it's all, like I said, links in all our shows. But anyway, this was recommended to him. This is good quality stuff, man. This is one of the best hoodies I've ever had. Because I've seen the price on there, and he's got it marked down as low as we can have it on all that stuff, man. And this is good quality shit, man. Good long sleeves on the hoodie, man. Good thick stuff for you folks in my work outside, man. So we got all kinds of stuff over there, bro. But it's a good little deal. Go check that merch store out over there because Will, he's been working hard designing a lot of that stuff. And he really put the time in, man.
I think it's a good hoodie to also win money in because you guys give a lot of good information when it comes to betting, bro.
Yeah, you ain't even got to check out the merch. Just come check us out, man. We like to find little winners laying in the weeds here and there. We have a silly goose time too, man.
Yes. Check these guys out, man. Game On. It's every morning. It's one of the best. I think you guys are one of the top morning shows in Rumble, bro. I mean, you guys just what a nice big. You guys draw a lot of attention, man. A lot of views. Awesome, dude. You guys kick ass in the morning on Rumble, brother.
Man, we've been very blessed. Rumble takes good care of us. We put the time in. To do it. We've been doing the morning show every day we were talking about it before we came on about a year and a half now. And we probably missed, less than 10 days in that year and a half. And we go 7 days a week. We do the NFL show on Sunday mornings and all that. So, I mean, we put the time in, but Rumble is also taking very good care of us. We're very fortunate. We appreciate it, man. It's kind of like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Awesome, man. No, it's great. It's great. Again, check these guys out. This is one of, and I'll let you give your shout outs there at the end with all your shows. But one of Cricket's many labors here, many hats. One of the big hats that he wears. You know what I mean? It's the Game On morning show, man. It's called the Espresso Shot, right?
Yes, sir. Sports Morning Espresso Shot. We have that show every morning, Monday through Saturday at 7:30 a.m. And then on Sundays, we do the Wise Guy Roundtable. We start at 8 a.m. That's where we bring in Beardo. You have to join us one morning, man. You're welcome to join us anytime. We'd love to have you.
Hey, maybe this week.
Sunday mornings.
Maybe this Sunday. I think I'm going to be open.
I'll hit you up. Have you, man. You got an open invitation anytime. But we also, Steps and I have a show on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern called Pump the Brakes, where we talk a little bit of everything. And then I do Crick's Corner on Mondays and Fridays at 1 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern time, where we talking all college football, man.
Shout out to Steps, man. He showed up at my live with Cigars and Sports a couple of weeks ago, a couple Fridays ago. So it was awesome, man. He showed up and showed some love, man. Steps is a good dude, man. I know people give him a little crap sometimes, but he's such a great guy, man.
Yeah, that's our guy, man. That's our guy. We can give him the shit. Don't nobody else give him the shit. We'll have a problem with that, but that's our guy.
Yeah, you guys give him shit all the time, but he's a great guy, man. I've known Steps for a while, in this circle, you know what I mean? So, Hey, talking about circles, man. Yo, can you believe we're heading on to week 13 already?
I don't know where the time goes.
Season's almost fucking over, man.
I don't know where the time goes, man. I'm telling you, we spend all this time. We spend, 8 months out of the year waiting, getting amped up, waiting to get here. And I feel like it's gone in the blink of an eye, man.
I felt it was yesterday when you and I were doing week 1, on fire, fired up and shit like that. I know you were doing your other shows as well, because I was the same way with the other stuff that we do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, man, this is insane. And it's just a blink of an eye. Here's Thanksgiving. All right. This Thursday, we got the football games. We had a game last night, which we got to touch on. And I'm like, holy crap, it's week 13, man.
It's Thanksgiving, bro.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving, dude. This year's over.
It is. I mean, hell, high school teams in most of the country playing state semifinals this week. Some states playing state championships.
That's right. That's right, man. I mean,
it's crazy.
And I don't know, Cricket. It's Thanksgiving week, but every year it's like I see Christmas decorations up earlier and earlier. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Christmas guy. Love Christmas. You know what I mean? But it's crazy. My neighborhood, I had stuff already out, right? I actually, for the first time yesterday, I think I told you before the show, all I did Saturday was doing yard work, right? Just to get ready to put shit outside this weekend. Jeez. And my wife and the kids, when I was doing the yard work, got the inside ready. Our Christmas tree is up inside the house. Wreaths all over the place. Santa, nativity scenes all over the damn block, all over the house. So it's like the house is ready to go inside. I'm like, holy crap, dude. It's
my girlfriend was just telling me they about to, her and her daughter and everything, they're going to get on that stuff this week. They like to do that decorating and everything. I ain't about that, man. I'm like, if you want to do that, that's fine. It's all great and everything, but it seems like a lot of hoopla to me. For a very little time, I'll just say I ain't never been that guy. No shade at nobody that loves doing that. I like it. My boys like doing it.
Yeah,
they can do it with her. I hate that stuff, man.
I complain about it, but at the end of the day, deep down inside, I do like it because as a kid, I didn't have that. Always lived in an apartment, so I didn't have the opportunity to decorate. I think my mom would like put like a string of lights or something in the window, and then after having a house and having my kids and stuff like that, it's like, dude, every year I do a little bit more, and I'm like, shit, I need to stop like just buying crap, like because we buy stuff that comes up on sale at the end of the season,
right?
Because you know what I'm saying. Right. That's what it's like. Oh my god, it's like 70% less. You're like, oh god, look at those freaking lights. They were like $200, man. I got them for like 60. And I'm all of a sudden I'm like, I got more shit that I'm putting out this year. So it's like every year there's an addition. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Like I said, I got to give my dad props. My mom always liked to decorate stuff too. Now, they didn't overdo it or nothing like that, but they always had some lights up. My mom, I remember they looked forever for some of those damn reindeer cutouts, the big stand, like plywood, you piece them together. Everybody had, they looked forever to find some. They finally found some. We had those damn things for 10 years or better. But Dad always had to put that stuff out. He always did it. He may have, with a little chagrin on his face, maybe, but he always did it, man. I got to give him props.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
It doesn't look like a lot of fun to me.
It's not.
Yeah, most people I see decorating, it's kind of like working on cars. Most people I see decorating with Christmas lights usually bitching.
Yeah, I am. I do most of the time. I'm cursing, and my wife is catching me on the cameras all the time because we got cameras all over the fucking place. So she'll speak through the cameras. Hey, your kids are hearing you. I'm like, what do you mean? What the fuck are they doing checking in on me? You know what I mean? It's like
you got to be careful what you say these days, man. There's cameras everywhere.
Absolutely. Talking about cameras everywhere, man. There was a lot of cameras this week. We had some really good games this week, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, week 13. Right now, you got the Fugazi team separated from the middle of the line teams and the real teams. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about some of those teams this week. Some of them did not show up, especially, the Titans, man. What is up with C.J. Stroud, man? I knew you had such a thing as a sophomore curse, but the struggle is real. The struggle is real for the Titans as well. I think the Titans are on a little bit of a losing streak right now, and C.J. has not looked great in the last 3 out of 4 games. He's actually like the bottom of the league in completion percentage.
Man, we talked about this a little bit on the morning show this morning, and I think C.J. Stroud's going to be just fine. I think C.J. Stroud's going to be an elite quarterback in this league for years to come. There's a reason there's a thing such as a sophomore slump. It's because the first year when you come out and you're an incredible rookie and you have a great season, all those things, because there's nobody doubting that C.J. Stroud is an incredible talent. When you come out and do all that, they don't have any tape on you. You can't compare tape at Ohio State to NFL tape because that's a different game, man. There's different speeds and stuff like that. So once these guys start to get a year's worth of tape on you, they played you 2 or 3 times at this point, they're going to have schemes up against you. Now, C.J. Stroud's going to be the guy. It'll be his turn to make the next move. Once they start figuring things out that he can't, that he's not doing well against, he'll figure out how to fix those things, and they'll have to start finding new ways to beat him. So it'll be a chess match back and forth for his whole career because this guy's that good. And right now, he's just in one of those tough spots because they have figured some things out that work. And they've been banged up. So a lot of the receiving corps has been banged up on and off throughout the year. He doesn't have another one of his top guys, Stephon Diggs. Nico Collins just got back. Tank Dell's been banged up in time. So, I mean, they got some injuries there, too. C.J. Stroud going to be just fine, man.
I think so, too. But, it's like the NFL all of a sudden is forgetting about C.J. Stroud. You know what I'm saying? They understand how, how good they got it and all that kind of stuff. But it's a little bit... I think, like you said, I think everybody has figured out what DeMeco Ryans does in defense because they're also struggling to stop some teams. And then, like yesterday they had this game right here, man, with Tennessee. Tennessee doesn't score as many points, and their defense did not do anything possible here to help Tennessee. And I get it, 2 picks by CJ, which is uncharacteristic from last year. This year, I think he's one of the top leads in turning the football over. In this case, but I think the defense was a lot better last year. I think some people have figured him out on the offense. They have to change something around. I mean, even though having Mixon, right, run the football and be nasty, what did he do this game? I don't think he had a great game this week, unlike all the other years because they only kept him to 14 carries. This guy carried the ball 26 times the last couple of weeks. 20.
They were having to play from behind in a lot of this game, man. So it wasn't really able, they could run the ball, and where they've got out to a lead before, and they've been able to run the ball, control the clock. They couldn't do that in this game. And you got to give Will Levis credit in this game. A lot of shade gets thrown at this guy, and deservedly so in spots. He made some bad. Yesterday, he played well. We'll give credit where credit's due when he plays well too, because the guy played good yesterday. He was dropping some dimes. There was a couple throws he made. I promise you, there ain't many quarterbacks in the league that make those. So that one he dropped to Calvin Ridley deep in the game where he chunked 60 damn yards in the air and dropped in the bucket. There ain't many quarterbacks in the league that make that damn throw. I promise you.
Yep, I saw that throw. He had that's one of the two that he had. He's been actually hitting Aquinas. What's his name is? Well, I forget the guy's name. What's his name?
Westbrook Akine.
Westbrook Akine. Yeah, he hit him a couple of times, and which is pretty good, man. I mean, they found something there. Another touchdown. What, this guy has like 5 touchdowns in the last 6 games.
He might be the most profitable first touchdown scorer of the entire season.
Yes,
because he's always like plus 1,500, and I feel like he's done it like 4 times.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. You're completely right about that.
So, all right. I mean, this is one of those weird games. It's like it's division rival and all those things. You knew it was. I actually had the half unit on the Titans money line yesterday, and I took them plus the points because it felt like it's one of those weird games. And it's about due time for the Texans to drop one of those. They haven't been playing great. They've been fortunate in some spots. So, the Texans are going to be all right, man. Good game by the Titans and Will Levis, but this is one of those the ultimate overreaction game. You know.
Yep, I think so too. They'll be fine. I agree with you. I think the NFL just love a good storyline. You know, especially when you go, You know who's actually. I'm sorry, you're going to say something real quick before I move on to the next one?
Oh, I've just said that they love, and it's the NFL. I mean, anybody be anybody on any given day. They're all pros, man.
Yep. You know who's having a good storyline the last couple of weeks? Miami Dolphins, man. They're riding a little 3-game winning streak. They got their quarterback back. We all knew that this offense, and I know they beat up on the Patriots, but we all know that this offense right here is goes based on what Tua. And with that being said, they won 3 games. They what are they? They're now 5-6. Technically, I thought you would stick a fork in them, but they're rallying. I know they got a big challenge coming up. I think this week is going to tell you whether they got to make the playoffs or not because they're going against Green Bay. But overall, man, they had a typical Miami Dolphins offense when they beat up on really bad teams, right? A-Chain has, when Tua has back, he's become one of the best backs in the league. What? He had an insane game, 13 touches, 2 touchdowns.
That was really good.
Waddle finally had a game, 8 receptions, 144 yards, 1 touchdown. That's the first 100-yard receiver since week 1 game. I'm sorry for Waddle, which that's again, Tua's out, Waddle's bad, so is Tyreek Hill, right? Yeah. So it's everybody else in that team. And Tyreek, And what can you say about that? I mean, they went against, they played a bad team and they slapped them around.
Absolutely. Yeah. When they're healthy, man, they're as good as anybody. We know that they got the speed to run past anybody. Tua is a great quarterback when he's healthy, man. Mm-hmm. But it's never been the question whether Tua can play or not. The question's always been whether he's going to be on the field healthy because of the concussion stuff. So when they're looking good like this, H.N., he's been a stud for a minute now. Poor Raheem Mostert, them had the best season of his career last year and had to smell the field this year because that guy, you cannot not play that guy if he's healthy. And so the Dolphins, they got life again, man. I thought they were dead to rights at 2-6 there. Now they've won 3 in a row and looking pretty good. Like you said, this week's a big test coming up with Green Bay. Let's see what you can do because it's always been, you can beat up on these damn teams like this. You always have. You've done it for 2-3 years now, and you've always been able to do that. I want to see you go to a team that I believe is a legit playoff contender and see what you do there.
He's undefeated. He's undefeated against the Patriots. He wins. He beats the Patriots up.
Yeah, I know. I wish somebody. I didn't bet. I wanted to take the Patriots today, but I did not. I took the over, and I don't know. I thought it was dead to rights. Somehow it got there.
No, it did. I mean, it's funny. You know who? Surprisingly enough, Jonnu Smith has had a nice little run the last couple of weeks.
I like Jonnu Smith. I'm glad to see him doing well too. That's what I'm saying. You got a quarterback and get him the ball because I thought he was a stud since his days at damn Tennessee, man.
Yes, man. I mean, that's the thing. Everybody thought, and he had glimpses of Jonnu Smith, right? When it was with Seattle.
Shows what he's the last. When you see that dude catch a ball, that dude's big. That dude's fast. You don't want to hit that cat. He can make some athletic moves. He caught that one and got in the end zone yesterday. I'm telling you, when Jonnu Smith gets rolling downhill, you don't want to hit that big dog.
And I kind of thought that this would be the offense that he was going to have a breakout season with. So it's happening so far. He is having his best season. Best season of his career.
For sure. He's had a couple spots at Tennessee and then in New England and now down in Miami. Finally looks like he's kind of finding his foot, and I hope he continues to do well.
Yep, absolutely. Who's actually doing well, man, and his time, and I guess using his second chance and maximizing it to the most is Bryce Young. I mean, Bryce Young yesterday against the Chiefs, they went toe-to-toe, man. And that's 2 games in a row that Bryce Young has looked good. I mean, better than what he did before he got benched. I think this guy is auditioning, not just for his team, but for the rest of the NFL, just in case he gets traded to a better scenario. And that's back-to-back decent weeks, man. You know, I know one of them was against my Giants, you know, but yesterday, I mean, he threw a couple of dimes. He had a couple of good drives. Overall, 263, a touchdown. Not great, but better completion percentage. Not turning the football over. That's 2 weeks in a row. And I think Bryce Young is trying to make the most out of his second chance here, Cricket.
Oh, dude, I agree with you, man. And I'm telling you, I watched Bryce Young play a lot of football when he was at Alabama. This dude is a gamer. A lot of what his problems have been simply being undersized.
Yeah.
And the speed of the game, adjust all that. And on top of that, man, he's been on a bad team.
He's in a shitty offense, bro. Shitty team, bro. No lying, dude.
Yeah. Let's just say what it is.
Yeah,
he plays for the worst owner in sports, in my opinion. I think that guy's an idiot. So it's not like he's in the best situation.
No.
And I wouldn't count Bryce Young out just yet. I'm not saying he's going to come back and have a second, but all that. But like right now, like you said, this time, second time around, he's playing better. He's obviously learning, trying to progress each week. He's done that. He's doing it against pretty decent defenses. I'm not ready to write him off just yet, but it may be one of those things where he might be better off in another spot, man.
27 points against Kansas City. That's tough to do. That's tough to do, man.
That damn offense.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you do that offense, put it with somebody that actually knows something.
Yeah. I'm happy for the kid because I like him. Yeah, I know he's always been undersized. And when everybody thought he was better than CJ Stroud, I like big quarterbacks, man. I like prototype 6'4", 6'5" guys. But I'm happy because he got benched, he's coming back, and he has the right attitude, man. It shows you a lot about your character when you get benched for a veteran, right? Year 2, and the kid just takes it with stride. There's no controversy. He's good. He grabs that clipboard, man, and he starts writing down shit to make himself feel better and to get better. You know what I'm saying? And progress, and that's what he's done.
And especially when you think about most of these guys that are playing the NFL, they ain't never been put in that spot in their damn life.
Nope.
They ain't never not been on the field. They don't know what it's like to be told, "Hey, you're not good enough right now." And so when it's really all about, you see some guys get put in that spot and they just crumble. They never recover from it. You see some guys do kind of what Bryce Young's doing right now. They go, and they work to get better.
Yep, absolutely.
That's what you want to see from your number 1 overall pick. You want to see him working every week to get better.
Yep. I mean, and look, and to his credit, man, it's a carousel of coaching, offenses changes. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He's not been in the best spot. It's not all on Bryce Young. Let's be real there, and let's say what it is. He's playing well right now, and he's not been the best spot at all. They've not done him any favors.
No, you're right. And you know what? Shout out to Bryce Young, man. Hey, it takes a lot of character.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of character.
Absolutely. I hope he continues to do well, man.
Yep. How about them cow bitches, bro? They pulled one out their ass. It's unbelievable game though, man. As we all know, the Washington Redskins magic. I'm sorry, the Washington Commanders magic has fizzled out a little bit over here. You know what I'm saying, Cricket? What they lost 3 or 4 in a row right now? I think it's they were 7-3. They lost
3 in a row, I believe.
3 in a row, I believe. And it was an exciting game. This game was it was like watching paint dry until the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? And these cats put up 41 points. It was insane.
Golly, I did not have this one, but rest in peace to any of you folks that had the under in this damn game because it was 10-9 through 3 quarters.
Yes,
and
it was a done deal.
What 41 points in the fourth quarter? What
41,
are we doing, bro? The NFL is so stupid sometimes, man.
I know.
It just any damn sense. And we're sitting there and we talk so much shit to Patriot. Our guy Patriot that comes in the chat for, he's a big Cowboys fan. And we talk shit to him all the time. He's a good-natured dude. But, oh, man, who had Justin Herbert for a touchdown score? I didn't see that coming.
I got to see what I have. I don't have my I got to look at my phone later. No, honestly. And then, then you have this barrage of back and forth in the fourth quarter. And then when the game you thought it was over, here comes Jaden Daniels. Have done this already once this year. 85-yard bomb to McLaurin, which, by the way, I was leading in my fantasy league team, and I lost by 10 points this week because guess who I was playing? McLaurin and Jaden Daniels.
Oh, they had a little stack on you, and they picked up about 30 points right there.
It was that one play alone. I did the math right because with the bonuses and shit like that, it was over 20 something points. It was 22 points, bro.
I know Jaden Daniels got me I think it was 14.6. I had him 2 in my leagues too, man. He wasn't having that great of a game until that play.
No, and he's been struggling the last couple of weeks. So you know what I'm saying, dude, from a fantasy standpoint. And then he does this shit. I think he ended up with 41 points in PPR.
That's what happens. He'll break a 60-yard run for a touchdown. He picks up 12, 15 points in one play usually every week.
Yep. He does. He's one of those guys when it comes to fantasy that he'll get you, 10, 20 points in a matter of 3 plays. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like,
I don't care how you do it, bro. Just keep doing it.
scores quick. But it was exciting. It was such a shitty game that all of a sudden it turned into something. And you're like, holy man, what the hell happened here? But in regards to Dallas, dude, man. Dallas is they won a game to put one out their ass, right? The Commanders are still gonna compete, but I think the magic is fizzling out. There's nothing really much for Dallas, man. Cooper Rush is going to do whatever the best he can. I don't know if they're going to pick up Daniel Jones after he got released from the Giants. That might be a possibility. He passes physical. He's unrestricted free agent.
I mean, to me, it's kind of hard to
justify picking up Daniel. I'll hope Daniel Jones goes and gets a good spot.
I think he will.
But if I'm Dallas, it's kind of hard for me to justify picking up Daniel Jones, who you've just beat like a drum for the last couple. Now, granted, maybe it's a difference. I don't know. I don't think that's the match made in heaven. It's just it's a funny storyline. A lot of people want to talk about picking him up before Thanksgiving for the game and all that stuff. Yep. I don't think that would be good for anybody. Not Daniel Jones, not the Cowboys, not the Giants. I think that would be an absolute disaster. And there's no way he'd be ready. I mean, we're talking 3 days away. It's still a different playbook. There's no way that guy gets ready to play in that game. So I think Daniel Jones should go somewhere. Hell, I don't know why Miami ain't talking to him, man. Come back up to it. Like, you're not better than Tua. You need to understand that. But we also know that they don't have anybody behind Tua if he goes down. And Daniel Jones could do some work in that offense with those weapons, man.
According to Adam Schefter, the Ravens, the Vikings are two of the likeliest teams to land them. I heard Miami also as well. I don't know so much about my gosh. Imagine if he goes to the Ravens or the Vikings. I mean, and he goes to like the finals. I mean, the championship of the Super Bowl with any of these two teams. What a complete ironic turn of events, and it shows again that the Giants have become a clown organization. You know what I mean? Just more and more. It's just one of those things.
I don't like the way they handled this, man. I don't. Somebody they told me the other morning they had him like in practice. He was playing like scout team safety and stuff like that. I'm like, you mother trucker. I don't care what you signed me to a $160 million contract as a quarterback. I'm not going to let you embarrass me. Like, and you say you do it for the team. No, fuck that, man. I'm not going to go out here and play scout team safety for you to rub it in my face and act like, no, I'll go give me my release. I'll go do something else, man. Somebody else will use me. There's a lot of bad backup quarterbacks in the league. And a place like Minnesota, everybody's one play away from being on the field, man.
Last week, he got hurt. I mean, what's his name? Sam Darnold was out for a few plays, and I didn't think he was going to come back. You know what I mean?
You saw how bad. I mean, San Francisco, another spot maybe he should look at, because Brandon Allen ain't the damn answer. And if Brock Purdy can't do it all, you got to have somebody. And that's another guy that could do well in that offense. Vikings with Sam Darnold out. I don't think Baltimore so much, because that's not his. I mean, he can run. He's an athletic guy and can run. But I don't know. I don't think it's
offense. I think you made a good point about the 49ers, right? Because Brandon Allen is there because the pastronaut Dobbs got hurt.
Josh Dobbs.
You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, that game would have been a lot different yesterday with Josh Dobbs playing. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
It would have been a lot more competitive. But I think Daniel Jones can probably fit that offense. You know what I'm saying? Because of his mobility, and he can hit the ball a little bit. I don't be surprised if he ends up with the 49ers. Again, here's the one that he jumps on the 49ers and then goes ahead. What happened? You got a score there?
If he goes on the 49ers and he fits into the offense better than Brock Purdy does? And Daniel Jones all of a sudden takes Brock Purdy's job.
I don't think that's going to happen, because Brock Purdy.
Bold take, bro.
But if not,
the 49ers are going to take the starting job from Brock Purdy.
Oh my God, us Giants fans will probably have a heart attack, bro. You know what I mean? It's like,
I can't wait to have that hot take for Will in the morning. Our guy AK Billy Goats would lose his mind.
Billy Goats would definitely lose his mind.
He loves Brock Purdy, bro.
Yeah, that's his boy, man. That's his boy. I mean, he'll die on that sword, man, with Brock. You know what I'm saying?
He will take no Purdy slander, sir.
No, he will not. He would not take no Purdy slander. There's no Purdy slander allowed in the Billy Goats arena. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Now that you mentioned the Minnesota Vikings, man, this game was close. Again, it was exciting. Bears made it a contest last night. I mean, yesterday, but
I think you're sharing the wrong screen there.
Hold on a second. It's not popping through. Hold on. Share this.
You're showing your Twitter thing.
Oh, my bad. It's still there. Crap. Hold on a second. Let's share this one instead.
There you go.
Yeah, it's internet's running a little slow here today. I don't know what's going on. Using too many lights. Too many Christmas lights.
These things happen, man.
I got too much shit on here. Yeah, man. What do you think of this? What do you think of this game right here, man? I mean, typical Bears value. You know, they just fuck up by pure nature. And the Vikings almost gave one up. But they're 9-2. They're 9-2. Sam Darnold had himself a monster game, 330 yards, passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 1 touchdown, 106 rushing yards. I think he caught a couple, another 23 yards catching as well. Jordan Addison, monster game, 162. TJ Hawkinson. I mean, they got everybody back on offense. Like, offensively, they're healthy 100%. That they didn't even need Justin Jefferson to show up, even though it was a close game. I mean, Sam Darnold had a great drive in overtime, showed exactly he came back from, getting banged up. And yeah, man, the rest is history. They're 9-2. Fucking Vikings are 9-2. I don't think you had that in your bingo card when the season ended or started.
Though, they do this a lot. They are 9-2. Can't nobody take that from them.
Yep.
But I'm not a believer in this team.
Oh, no. Absolutely
I'm really not. I feel like that is one of the most fraudulent 9-2 NFL teams I've ever seen in my life because they do stuff like this. They don't have the killer instinct, and there ain't no doubt. I had a 3-unit play on these cats yesterday. Now, granted, they pushed for me. I had a -3. They wound up pushing by the grace of God, but they were covering the damn thing the whole game, up by a touchdown, had every opportunity to put this thing away, and they got to learn the team that's going to have a, like the Detroit Lions. They have that championship mentality, man. When they got a team down, they put them away.
Yeah.
Close them out. And the Vikings don't ever do that. They allow these teams to hang around. And when you do that with a good team, because you're not going to win your division. The Detroit Lions are going to win your division. And then you're going to wind up playing a wild card game on the road somewhere, which you haven't played well anyway. And if you do something like this to one of those teams that's probably pretty hot right there while they got in the wild card, you're going to wind up leaving early again. So that wouldn't surprise me at all to see because they just don't close games out, man.
And they're lucky they won because, rookie mistake by Caleb Williams, who had a pretty decent game as well. That sack he took where he had all the time in the world, didn't fight anybody and just stay there back there dancing and booming that sack for a 10-yard loss in overtime. So that's the only reason why. I mean, if it was another quarterback, a little more seasoned, he would have taken that drive because they started driving the football when they first got it. So at the end of the day.
Well, let me correct myself. I said they don't close out games well because they're 9-2. So it's kind of hard to say they're not closing out games.
Yeah.
But they've had a couple spots like this where teams I feel like they should be head and shoulders better than.
Yeah, no, they let them back in.
Hang around. So when you get a team that's a little more an 11 play field from a talent perspective, you're probably going to wind yourself losing games like this.
Yes.
Spots. So I would like to see them have more of a killer instinct because I do think it's a good football team, but right now it's really kind of shaky ground there for me.
The difference between this team and the teams that started 9-2 in the past from the Vikings, the only difference is they got a different guy at quarterback. The name of the jersey is different. The results are the same. They look great, all right, outside in the display glass, right? And then when you take them home and you write it out for a while, you're like, shit, this is a piece of shit product that I just bought. which is the playoffs.
You're right, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's like you just drink. I feel like, and these Minnesota fans, they've been through a lot over the years with the Vikings. I feel like they drink the Kool-Aid every time too.
Bro,
I think they're all hype and excited about this season. I think it's going to end bad again.
Enjoy the regular season success, my friend. It's most teams don't get any success, period. If that what the Vikings are made for, then enjoy them, fans, because we ain't got shit else going on.
Before you start bitching, you better remember the Cowboys fans. They were all bitching about never winning in the playoffs until they weren't even winning the regular season.
That's true. That is true. That is absolutely true, my friend. You're not lying there. And, I'm talking about not lying. We mentioned him a little while ago. I feel bad for the 49ers, man. It's just been one of those lost seasons where it's just, the defense hasn't been the same. I think the play calling for the defense hasn't been the same since D'Amico Ryans left. And then the injuries piled up week after week. And the 49ers are a shell of what they've been the last couple seasons. And I think it finally caught up to them, re-signing guys, older guys, that kind of stuff. It's
I think like last year, you look at the guy Sam Darnold was playing for the Vikings. We were just talking about right there. He was backing up Brock Purdy last year. So when you had him go out in these spots, you had a guy that clearly was a respectable quarterback that could play in the league to step up and back him up. Brandon Allen, no shade to the guy, but he's not the guy, man.
No,
he didn't have a great game yesterday, and there's a reason he's there in that spot. But that's like I said, that's another reason why I think a team like San Francisco, because talk about being a lost season, they're still in this thing.
Yep.
They still got in this thing. And it's not like their division. Arizona just lost in the division. That division's up for grabs out there. Nobody's running away with that thing.
They'll be in this thing depending on how long Purdy's going to be in or out, because they haven't really said. They said they were hopeful that I think the news that they got it wasn't great, right? He was lightly throwing this week, right? This one I heard.
Yeah, and that's for right now. But once again, that could be one hit away from being down for a significant amount of time. And I hadn't really thought about this much till right now with us talking about it. But this is a team that seriously needs to think about Daniel Jones.
Yes,
because I think it's not a huge drop off. Daniel Jones can play football, man. And
it could be a 2-game swing here.
You may get a great Daniel Jones, because Daniel Jones, wherever he goes, is going to feel like he's got a new lease on life, man. He's going to have fun playing football for the first time in a while.
And this is an offense where he's going to go back with great running back, some good wide receivers, a better line. It's Kyle Shanahan, bro. He can make if Jimmy Garoppolo can go out there and take it to a Super Bowl.
I'm telling you, man.
I think Daniel Jones can.
Now I think about it. I don't know what y'all are doing. San Francisco, you're welcome. We just told you what to do. You better be calling Daniel Jones' damn agent right now. And as soon as he clears waivers on what is it, Monday? Probably like tomorrow, Wednesday. Y'all better be calling and getting that man on the damn phone. I'd have him on the first flight to the Bay, man.
San Francisco needs to call Danny Jones' agent as good as the Packers called Josh Jacobs' agents because last offseason because this man had a freaking hat trick yesterday, bro. Three touchdowns, got banged out, went out of the game, came back 10 minutes later.
He got hurt for a little bit. He's gone for a few, and all of a sudden he's like, "No, I ain't done."
I played him too this week. There's a lot of reasons why I lost this week.
Dude, I understand. I understand. He does the damn thing, bro.
He's still doing his thing.
He runs hard, bro. He's another guy that feels like he got a new lease on life, having fun, winning some football games for once.
I mean, shit, you're right, man. He's been with the Raiders, who all they do is lose. I mean, you go now to Green Bay, 8-3, and finally, what's his name? Jordan Love did not throw a pick this week, so that's good. That's always an improvement. You know what I mean?
You got to think what it's like for all these guys that have never been on a playoff contender. They played a lot of, and it's hard to play football. Football is a hard game on your body. It's hard to play it when you're not motivated, man.
The hits hurt more when you're losing than when you're winning.
And so when you get to a situation like this, you're like, holy shit, man. Probably more games than this guy's won the last 2 damn seasons.
I mean, this dude was smiling yesterday, scoring his touchdowns. He loves this place, bro. He don't care about the weather. He went from California, bro, all right, or Vegas, where it was nice weather, to the fucking frozen tundra, but he's never been happier.
I was going to say, he don't even give a damn that it's 20 below up there. He don't give a shit.
Doesn't care.
He loves it, bro.
He's looking at the standings. We're 8-3. We got to make the playoffs, and we're actually a very dangerous team, if we make the playoffs.
Good for him, man. I love seeing guys like this that do, J.K. Dobbins, another one. We'll talk about him. Well, he's got it going on right now. But anyway, I love seeing these guys go to a new spot that have always been workhorses. Mm-hmm. I think they're great athletes, been on bad teams and stuff. It's good to see him go get a shot to beat Derrick Henry, another one.
Derrick Henry, that's right. Derrick Henry, another one.
I love seeing that stuff, man.
Absolutely, man. Who's also enjoying life a little bit more nowadays too? Someone named Cortland Sutton, who's been lighting it up the last couple of weeks, man. And the Broncos snapped a little skid after showing everything up. And last night, Cortland Sutton had 5 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games, something like that. Had 2 yesterday, 90 receiving yards. They destroyed the Raiders, rightly so. And Bo Nix is I think Bo Nix is kind of lessening the margin here for rookie of the year, man, with Jaden Daniels. I mean, he's looking better and better almost every week, man.
I'm going to check that right now and see what those odds are, because that's probably not a bad bet to make, man. I
think that's improved. 273 yesterday, brother. Passing yards, 2 touchdowns.
Man.
Distributing the football, Cortland Sutton, 97 yards. Been an animal the last couple of weeks, or the last 3 weeks, I think, or 4 weeks. 2 tutties. Shit, man. It was nothing to say about the Raiders, but I think this Denver team is still improving. He's still learning. And I think Bo Nix, in my book, is way ahead of the curve from what I thought he was going to be.
I never, it makes sense when you see it like this, because he's an older guy, been in college, played in 2 different spots, 2 big universities in Auburn and Oregon. So he played a lot of big games under the big lights and all that stuff. He's always answered the bell, man. He's always been a gamer.
Yes.
But I'm with you. I don't think that I saw it coming along this well. Sean Payton showing he can still coach, man. Still do the damn thing there. And it's basically a coin flip at this point. Not quite a coin flip. He's a slight dog in the rookie of the year race. But Jaden Daniels, who was about minus 500 just a week or so ago to win this thing, it's all the way down to Jaden Daniels minus 135, Bo Nix plus 110. So, I mean, he's right back in this thing, and rightfully so.
He lessened the gap. When it lasts 4 weeks, actually. So when the Commanders started losing, and these people started winning, and the Broncos started winning, and you see he's been throwing I think he had 2 touchdowns a week before as well. He's looking good, man. Like you said, as much as you may say what you want to say about Sean Payton, the man is an asshole, but he can coach. You know what I mean, dude?
100%.
It's 100%. Coaching and being an asshole are 2 different things in this world. You know what I mean, dude? So you got to take one of them in football.
Most of the best coaches ever were the huge asshole.
That's right, man. Bill Belichick, for example.
You almost got to be, man. You got to demand a certain kind of respect and things like that. And it's a different game nowadays. You see guys like Mike McDaniel that are doing well and stuff too. But there's a fine line, bro, between being a coach and being a player's coach and all that. There's a really fine line. The guys that are great and want to be the legends are the ones that know how to tiptoe that line, man.
Absolutely. You know, he used to be a hell of a coach too, man. And I miss him, man. You and I used to talk to him about it's the guy that used to coach the Seahawks, man. Our boy Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, bro. Love Pete Carroll.
I miss that guy, bro. I want to see him. I want to see him back, bro. Going and especially in practice, trying to throw the football.
Pete Carroll's in his 70s, but that man don't look like he's a day older than 50.
No, he doesn't. He's like he signed a deal with the devil,
throwing pass routes and stuff right there. I'm like, I'm just trying to walk. I'm trying to live to 70, let alone do what Pete Carroll doing, man.
Bro, Seattle lives every week though. Every week, it's not a great game. But just like last week, you know, last minute drive. This week wasn't great. But they winning. They're still winning. They snapped the Cardinals. The Cardinals were on a 4-game winning streak. And the Seattle Seahawks are just make these games ugly. Gino and Jason Smith-Njigba, or how do you pronounce his name? JSN. I like to call him JSN because it's kind of
Smith-Njigba.
Smith-Njigba. They've been on a tear like the last 3 weeks, man.
Guys,
it all started when DK went out and it hasn't stopped, dude.
Say, guy, we talked about it a few weeks ago when he made JSN made those 2 big plays down the stretch in that game where he took licks on both of them. One to get the first down, another one for the touchdown. I mean, the guy was incredible. I like watching him at Ohio State, man. I've been a big fan of him for a while. It took a little bit. And he had 2 vets in front of him, and DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. We know Tyler Lockett's an aging guy, but he's still Tyler Lockett. He's been there a long time. It's hard to come in and overtake those guys, man. You're not just going to earn the respect. That is to be earned. He's done that now. He's shown that he can hold on to the ball in key spots, and Gino can trust him, and he's getting rewarded for it. And the Seahawks, like I said, they're quietly doing. They got that whole division is a mess. There ain't nobody in that division that's out of it yet.
That's running away with it. So everybody's still going to
play each other. You got home and away. Some of them ain't even played each other at all yet. So I mean, you got some big games coming in that division, and it's wide open, man. It's not dead for anybody.
Yep. I mean, like I said, the Cardinals were on a 4-game winning streak. That finally snapped. Arizona 6-5, Seattle 6-5. Even you got a couple of 5 or 6 teams. It's in it.
Every team in the NFC West should be calling Daniel Jones agent right now.
Oh, man.
It should straight up be an auction for Daniel Jones right now.
That's crazy, dude. You're right. In case somebody gets hurt.
And if any of these teams lose their starting quarterback, they'd be awful.
Yeah. That's you could call it a season if you got to go to your backup.
Yeah, that'd be awful. And you're all in it right now, man. You all got a chance. So you might as well have that guy there just in case, because in any of these offenses, he could compete for you.
I think he can.
Look, he wouldn't be better than some of these guys in these spots.
Put it this way, man. We've seen what Baker and Darnold and Geno Smith itself have done with like second and third chances. Because now we're not talking about second chances. These guys, Baker was on the start team. Darnold was on his 4th team. Geno was like on his 20th freaking team before he got the chance back with Seattle. At least Baker and Darnold was like 4 years within the mix of them getting drafted. Geno was like out there for 10 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Journey.
It's a testament to these guys, man, because that's hard. Once again, that's very hard to do because these guys have never been told that they're not good enough to play or they're not getting it done. And, they come out and they have to go through all that adversity. I love Baker, man. That's my quarterback. My Bucks, that's my quarterback, man. I love that guy. And what he's doing right now is good to see. But, you got to battle through because the NFL is not easy. But to get drafted as a quarterback in the NFL, you're good, bro. You're good because there's 32 of those guys on the planet, and they're all incredible. You see some of these guys make throws. People, they make it look so easy, you don't realize it. So when you see these guys battle through the adversity and finally get a shot and take advantage of it, man, it's great to see.
Talking about Baker, man. He came home to the Giants, and did his thing. I mean, I honestly, dude, I knew that was going to be like a shellacking. There was no way in hell. Look, the Giants are tanking. The Giants are going to tank. There's a reason why they're starting their third-string quarterback over Drew Lock, who they pay $5 million for. And I'm okay with that. Fucking tank it. Throw it out with the window. Get rid of Dable. Get rid of Mike Schoen. Get rid of everybody. You know what? Just start brand new, baby. In a way, I'm kind of happy for Danny Dimes. Hey, look, again, like you said, there's a lot better quarterbacks. He's much better than than a few quarterbacks in this league when it comes to just handling business, right? Day-to-day business, which is better than having somebody like Deshaun Watson. Right?
And they love him, man. Everybody's playing for him. Like he said, he's a man of the people. Baker's awesome. And you see this right here. This was my top play yesterday. I knew it was going to be a bad deal just with everything that had gone on. The Bucks coming off a bye. You're going to get Mike Evans back. We've been playing well, man. We just had some tough luck and keep playing games. So it's like we haven't been out of it. And so I knew getting all that back and stuff, the Daniel Jones stuff going on, you could tell a lot of the locker room's pissed at the way the Daniel Jones situation, because they love Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is a class act, man. You ain't hear nobody say no shit bad about Daniel Jones. He's done everything he's supposed to do. It just hadn't worked out, man. It's not all his fault. Once again, like Bryce Young earlier, it's not all his damn fault. So I knew that was going to be a bad deal for the Giants. But Baker played well. And going to the little Tommy DeVito celebration, he was like, they asked him about it. He was like, no, I wasn't disrespecting, man. He's like, I
don't think he was.
He said in the interview, he said, I wasn't, man. He said, I met him last year at the Super Bowl, thought he was an awesome guy. I think he's got some swag. He said it was just a little tribute to him, man. That's
actually
all.
I got that interview for you, man. Hold on a second. And I got to play it for you because this is one of the things of why I've become a Baker fan, right?
Right.
The last few years. Do you see on my screen there? Do you see the
Yep, you're good. You're good.
All right, ready? I'm going to play this.
Kind of a whirling derby leap there in the end zone, and then I guess it was the DeVito celebration. Is that
tribute to Tommy? Yeah, he's a good dude. He's got swag.
Yeah, who came up with that?
Oh, I have no idea. I just see him do it.
This chick right here, it was trying to get him off of his skin right here, get under his skin. Yeah. The woman reporter here.
I'm sorry, whose idea was it for you to do that? And when did you know you were going to do it?
Most of the times I don't know what I'm going to do, so there's spontaneous stuff.
That was just spontaneous? That was not planned? I mean, even your teammates got into it, too.
Yeah, New York fans love Tommy here and give him something they like.
Are you Italian by any chance or no?
I haven't done a 23andMe, but I don't know.
So here's the thing. Old Baker would have gotten pissed, right? Old Baker.
He would have. College Baker would have got fired up right there, dude.
Cleveland Baker.
Yeah, Cleveland Baker would have got fired. He's like, I got the keys to the stadium. I'm on the Geico commercials or whatever.
That's right. He would have said something like that. I'm like, I don't know why you're asking me for. I think it's pretty stupid. Hey, I'm feeling dangerous today. That kind of shit.
A lot of maturity, man. There's a lot of spots where people have tried to bait Baker for 2 damn years now.
Yep.
There's a lot of spots he handles it perfectly, and I love it, man. I love seeing that guy's doing well.
And I love the fact that, he's still confident, right? He still has the cockiness because you need to have it, but he does it in a more mature way that he doesn't come out looking like a douche. And that's the reason why people got turned away from Baker.
There's such a fine line between confident and cocky, bro. Such a fine line. And right now he's confident, looking good. And you can tell a lot about a person like that on how their teammates play for him.
Absolutely.
Because if I look and your teammates are quitting on you, I know you're a douchebag to everybody. But I don't see that with anybody. And you see these guys, they've been doing a lot of mic'd ups. I follow all the Bucs pages on Twitter. They've been doing a lot of mic'd up stuff after the game, and you'll hear all the dudes coming up to him. Like after the Chiefs game, you got Kelsey coming up, bro, you're a dog. Kareem Hunt, man, nobody's happier for you. You see all this stuff. Mahomes telling him good things. You said every game with those guys. I don't think there's anybody in the league that's upset that Baker's doing well.
No, I don't think so. I think everybody at this point, especially because look, when you get humbled, man, and he's taken the humbleness and learned from it, right, and then come back a better leader than what he was before.
100%.
So sometimes you got to, in life, bro. Sometimes you got to get low. You got to hit rock bottoms sometimes to actually learn the lesson and come better and become better. It's one of those things that it happens a lot and is true in nature.
Rock bottom can be the foundation on which you build your life.
Holy shit, man, that's nice, bro. You got to steal that. One of the tweets.
I like a little Confucius saying all that stuff. That's the pebble from my hand, grasshopper.
Yes. You know who hasn't hit rock bottom yet? The damn Detroit Lions. They didn't score as many points as I thought they were going to score against the Colts, right? But regardless of the fact, bro, they again, they just keep chucking. They have to be the best team in the NFL. I think they are one in my book, and then you got the Chiefs after them. Jared Goff did not need to throw for a touchdown because when you got Sonic and Knuckles doing what they do, Jahmyr Gibbs, 21 carries, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. David Montgomery, another touchdown. That's all you need in order to kind of stay low key and beat a team like the Colts.
Montgomery even got banged up in this thing, man.
Yep.
And Steph's a big Colts fan, and him, and Will, we all drank the Kool-Aid yesterday, man. I wound up putting a little half unit on the Colts money line. We took the +7.5. And
Anthony Richardson, bro, the performance the week before, he freaking sold you guys.
I knew better. I damn knew better. And Beardo tried to tell us on the Wise Guy Roundtable. He said, y'all are crazy, man. He said, the Lions about to go out here and stripe these boys' legs. He said, they're the best damn team in football. And there was no doubt about that. I thought that for sure. But, it's the NFL. You see teams drop it. This felt like a spot where they could go and drive. Nah, man, I ain't betting against the Detroit Lions no more.
It's a hard bet to do against the Lions. You know what I mean?
No more.
I probably would have maybe I was if I would have bet this game, I would have probably set I was gonna take like the over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I'm glad I didn't. It was a trap game too. I think it's a trap game from all angles, right? Whether you pick the spread on the other team, whether you want to pick the total, right? I think it was just a complete trap game after what the Lions did with a bad team the week before. covering the over and beating by shellacking the shit out of them. You know what I mean? All that kind of crap. It happens, man. Right. But the culture for Gazy for sure. So is
100%.
And I am a true believer now that Richardson is for Gazy as well. I think he's not. Man, you've been saying it all season long and before last season.
He's a guy he's an incredible athlete, man. He's an incredible talent, but he's not a quarterback in my mind. Like he makes some incredible throws, dude. When he's on, he's got a absolute hand cannon. He's like can make the runs and run. He's a big dude, can run over people, run around them, outrun them, and all that stuff. But he just is not consistent enough, bro. And when he's bad, he's awful.
That's exactly where it comes through. I mean, listen, man. When you could make one hell of a throw,
like
out of 20, yeah, exactly. Out of 20, it's not a good ratio. I think the guy that can make 15 mediocre throws out of 20 is doing much better than you can.
100%. Give me Brock
Purdy. Because he's completing 15 out of 20, right? You know what I mean?
Give me what Brock Purdy does.
Listen, man, I don't know if you remember who Chad Pennington was, but that dude did not throw. That dude did not throw the fucking ball over 12 yards. All right, that was his deep throw, and that man played a successful career in the NFL and led multiple teams to the playoffs.
Chad you know what I mean? He probably won't. I mean, Chad Pennington had a very good career, man.
He did have an excellent career.
Very good career. There's a lot worse quarterbacks out there than Chad.
Absolutely, I promise. Chad was a pro, man. Look, they won with the Jets. He came to the Dolphins.
Ask Jets fans how good Chad Pennington. They would kill to have Chad Pennington right now.
Absolutely, 10-yard Chad. They would love him to have him right now, man. You know what I mean?
Love it.
You know who I would love to have back, but hey, it's not gonna happen. Saquon fucking Barkley, bro. I mean, it's. Him and
start.
him and Derrick Henry are just too out of this world back. I mean, Saquon is 714 yards away, bro, from breaking Eric Dickerson's single season rushing record. All right. He is averaging 126 rushing yards per game this season. He's 714 yards away.
God, that record.
How many games is that? 80? We got 6 games left. 13. 5 games left, 6.
So he just, I mean, as long as he averages, if he keeps averaging what he's averaging, he should get
126. There. Yeah, if he averages 126,
I need him to do it in 17 games. For me to respect it, I need to see it in 17
games. Yes, that's right.
So, or excuse me, right. 16 games.
16 games.
I need
to. It's
gonna
be tough. That's gonna be tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if you do it, still they're gonna give it to you. You're not gonna. But like, let's be honest. I need to see you do it in the exact same amount of games for me. Not that it still won't be an incredible feat.
No, it is.
But for it to be the record in my eyes, you got to do it in 16 games.
No. Dude, he rushed for 255 yards.
It's all right. Like he can't.
This is not. He wasn't playing in college. He wasn't playing in college. It was not a college game. It was at a high school game. It was a fucking NFL game. And this man rushed for 255 freaking yards.
You probably can't go find 10 high school running backs in their state playoff game last week that rushed for this, man.
That's right. I mean, shit. You had a guy in college that rushed for 275, but he was playing like an no-name team.
I started to say, what was it, in the FCS playoffs or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I forget what it was, but this is in the NFL, bro. This is, he's playing again like every number one
football,
and it's against the Rams defense, which is not like
no,
it's not the Panthers, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. You didn't go beat up on the damn.
No, they didn't go against a weak defense or a bunch of scrubs here, man. Dude, this guy ran for 255 yards. Some grown ass man.
Oh, I know, and it was gross too. I had I had a sweet little parlay. I had him over 2.5 receptions. Anytime touchdown for Kyron Williams, and then under for the game.
Wow.
And we're sitting there at 30, we were at 44 for the longest time. It's 30-14, and they just getting clock ticking down. And I was like, "He's all right. We're gonna get there, man." And he broke that like 70-yard run or something. I was like, "Rest." At least I do have him in fantasy, so it wasn't.
You won this week then.
Oh, bro, yeah.
I think you blew your guy out. You blew the other guy.
I got a pretty good team in that league, bro.
You have any, before we move on to the unscripted bets of the week, you have any bets on this game right now? On the Monday game?
Right now, tonight, man, I wound up rolling with I wanted to take the damn Chargers, man. I let Will convince me. He talked about it. I told him all day long. I didn't really know for sure I'd make my call at the last minute. And I wound up rolling with the Ravens in this thing. I felt like it was going to be a Chargers spot right there. And it's early. It's 7 Chargers right now. But he liked the under. I wound up just going with the Ravens minus the 3 in this thing. So
I threw a little bit of I threw a 1-leg parlay here, which, I mean, a 2-leg parlay here. That's it. I didn't do great this weekend. Plus, I was busy, so I didn't bet a lot. So I got, which one is definitely about to hit. The other one, it's still early, hopefully. But I got J.K. Dobbins over 47.5 rushing yards. All right. And I have, and I parlay that with Joshua Palmer over 33.5 receiving yards, which he has 0 right now. But I know it's early. Hopefully, we're gonna see. I think, and I think that's paying like shit. How much was that? That's paying like plus 230. So it's not bad. You want
to hear my bad beat of the weekend? That one wasn't even the worst one last night with the long run, dude.
What was the best?
I had a 6-leg parlay in college football on Saturday, and it was had a little profit boost. It was plus 62.88. Was it? And then we got all five. Had the first 5 legs cruised through, man. And we had LSU -9 in the last leg. They're up by 14. Vandy winds up scoring late. Well, LSU still drives all the way down. First and goal, bro. About 2 minutes left, and they nil it out. They don't even cover for the boosters for me. It was like I didn't have a lot. I mean, I had like $3 on it. It was 3 to win 197. So
yeah, that's not bad.
You feel like you lost 200.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Look, I had a decent bet for plus 557 yesterday out of the 2 that I put there, and when you tell me that Tariq Hill is going to get 66 fucking yards, you know what I mean? Yesterday against New England, the other 2 hit. I have Matt Gay over 1.5 field goals. He's been averaging that all season, and then C.J. Stroud over 31.5 pass attempts. He has 33. I mean, we knew he was going to pass the football, and I'm like, at Tariq Hill, this should be the automatic one. They're playing New England. Tua's back, right? 48 fucking yards. Man. I'm like, yeah, you bastards, man. Yeah, it's the way football. Like you said, peaks and valleys, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I did want to. I bet Derrick Henry 2+ TDs tonight at plus 245.
Yeah,
and then I did a little same game parlay. I took Ravens money line, Lamar under 36.5 passing, and then Justin Herbert to throw a pick.
Okay.
He had 246 straight attempts coming into this game without throwing a pick, man. All-time leader. I heard him talking it up all, and I swear every time I see them hype something like this up, and I've watched it all week long. That dude's gonna. I'm surprised he hadn't thrown it already. But
listen, if it makes you feel better, I got a 2-leg parlay on NBA right now, which I know you don't like the NBA, but I got this is plus 425. I said, I'm gonna take a gamble on this and put like $10 on it. So it's Tobias Harris steals and blocks under 1.5, and then Jacob Portal over 1.5 blocks. So 1 block for Jacob Portal, and I think there's a steal or a block right now for Tobias Harris. So we're hoping. Game is almost over. I just need another block from Portal. So
let's go, man.
Let's do something here.
I did get my top 2 props this week were the Herbert interception, and then I had Bucky Irving over 2.5 receptions yesterday. That man had 6 in the first half.
That man was on fire. I mean, that's all they did was run and catch a damn football. These running backs were just insane yesterday in that game.
I'm telling you, you sit and you look at guys like that, like Saquon and Bucky Irving, all these guys. When they keep setting those damn receptions at 2.5, and the overs usually plus anywhere from even money to plus 110. I got Bucky Irving at plus 120 over 2.5, and hell, like I said, he had 6 in the first half, bro.
Yes, he did. He did. I saw. I should have jumped on that because I saw it and I thought about it. Thought about actually betting it, but I didn't.
And a good little tidbit, man. To start on those spots like that. If you really like one, I'm mad at myself for not doing this yesterday. Steps loves to do this. And E too, Eric. He likes to ladder him out, man. If you like him over 2.5,
yep.
Take him 2.5, but then take him like 4+, 5+, 6+, like yesterday. And he would have, don't put the full unit on all of them, but you can go like 1 unit.
Yeah, spread it up.
Yeah, go 1 unit on over 2.5, and then go like half unit or 1 unit on forward and half or whatever. But you can really cash in. They have a game like he did yesterday.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, Steps likes to do that. I've heard him say that on some of the shows before. That and when he finds something that he really likes, definitely sees that low. Yeah, he thinks he's gonna go over. That's actually not a bad play.
Right.
Without talking about. My friend, we have been struggling. We're officially under 500. All right, for the season. I am 4-4. You are 3-4. I know you haven't been here last week, so we didn't get a bet from you last week. Let's take a look. Last week, mine was the Steelers against the Browns. That looked like appealing when I first took it. Everything was looking fine. I mean, just a day in, line was going right. At least on Tuesday, Monday when I picked it, and then this happens, the snow, and Jameis Winston, who is like probably he's definitely he has a great post football.
Man's a national treasure, bro.
He could definitely he's gonna be on TV.
He should be. I hope he is. Hope he's
one of the pre-games,
man. Hope they start giving us all that go. We need a Marshawn Lynch and Jameis Winston show together.
That's right, man. Put them together there, Fox or CBS or whatever the case may be.
Saying, bro. Put them on the Sports One Espresso Shot. Come on over, boys.
Exactly, bro. And if he's not gonna do TV, I mean, he could do motivational speaking, bro. Like that guy, I forget who the dude is.
He's gonna be a preacher, bro.
Yeah, that he could do too. He could be a preacher as well. I mean, he could do all 3 at the same time when he fucking finishes football, bro. He's gonna have enough time.
That interview of him before the game the other night when they were asking about it. I had cold chills, man. He'd be ready to play, bro.
Dude,
I ain't put on a personal best damn near 20 years. I was ready to play.
That dude makes you convert, bro. If you're not Christian, the man makes you convert. Just based on his that pregame interview is like has been more motivational than anything I think I've ever heard in my life. And then afterwards, the guy's still like pouring it on, man.
Angels with the whole Thursday night football crowd and everything, eating snow, throwing snowballs. We love.
It was great. Jameis is a national treasure, man. That's another guy that got his act together too after having some rough patches in his life.
And he's another one you see, like when he went to damn play back at New Orleans, and after that game, New Orleans took him to the woodshed. It's a bad game for the Browns, but there was like 40 guys, 40 like players, not just players, but like staff personnel and stuff that lined up to hug Jameis and tell him good game and all that stuff. That says a lot about a man right there.
No, again, look. Problems in college, right? The whole crap stealing thing.
Yeah.
The
immaturity, man.
Allegedly sexual assault, whatever. Say whatever you want to say. Yeah. And he learned from that. Exactly. He came up. The Bucs. He was very mature. Had some issues as well on and off the field. But I think it's another guy like Baker that has taken all these experience in life. And look, as human beings, we all make mistakes, right?
Oh yeah.
But it shows the character of the human being when you fucking learn from those mistakes and don't repeat them again.
Absolutely, bro.
And he's a man that's probably, he's definitely look, you got other guys that made the mistakes and still doing them. So
I'm pretty sure Jameis has got a record in the NFL record books that will never be broken. I'm pretty sure he will always be the only guy that's the 30 for 30, man.
30, baby.
30 touchdowns, same season. Did it for my Bucks, bro. So
hey, you know what's crazy? Now ESPN has to do a 30 for 30 on this guy. If there was ever going to do a 30 for 30, it has to be for the only 30 for 30 individual in the NFL.
30 and 30.
Exactly. 30 and 30.
30 for 30 called 30.
ESPN 30 for 30 on 30-30. And it's, shit.
All these big networks should be listening to us, man, because we're getting a lot of gold right now. For
a lot of nuggets today, man. A lot of nuggets today. But I'm going to reach out to make sure that if they do this kind of crap, we get our royalties. You know what I'm saying, dude?
We'll take like 3%, man.
We'll take something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we're not greedy.
3% probably be pretty sweet, bro.
Absolutely. 3% and a job. Put us on one of your radio shows.
We want this to be a regenerate income, man.
Exactly. We want to expand the wealth.
It can't be a one-stop shop, man.
Cricket, who you got this week, my man? What's your best bet of the week?
Man, my best bet this weekend. I'm going to take the Florida Gators minus 15 over Florida State right here. Florida State has mailed it in. We know about how bad the season's been and all this stuff. Big time rivalry game right here. Shout out to the Florida Gators, man. I do not cheer for the Florida Gators much. Our our fans in Neyland were Gator chomping their day because they came through for us in a big way, beating Ole Miss down there and taking care of that problem for us. So I think Florida keeps it rolling this week, man. Billy Napier, all those Florida fans that were calling for his head and saying we want Lane Kiffin and all this nonsense, man, y'all better sit down because Billy Napier, he's not the wrong guy right now. I know there's still a little bit more time to go and all that, and he's got to come out next year and show me more improvement. But what I've seen Billy Napier through all the turmoil and things this year and the injuries, the key positions and things like that, and what that guy's been able to do with this team and continue because he hasn't lost the locker room. I see Mike Norvell's team on the other side for Florida State, and it looks like he's lost the locker room, man. Until last week when they played Charleston Southern, that was the only team in Division I football that had not scored 21 points in a game. Out of the 263 Division I teams, Florida State was the only one that did not score 21 points until last week against Charleston Southern. That team's going the wrong direction. This squad, not completely lost yet. I'm not saying you've got the right thing. You got to keep progressing and get better each week. But what I'm seeing out of Florida is way better than what I'm seeing out of Florida State right now. And I think they take them to the woodshed this week in this rivalry game.
I think you need to give this guy another year. All right, let him recruit. Let him hit the transfer portal hard because it's a different game nowadays. And let's see what he does. I mean, what he's made. Look, it's not like the team came in this season with like
their win total. They're over their win total. They was only set at 5.5, and they're over that. So it's not like he was supposed to come in. And I know it's hard to say for Florida fans who are used to winning and all that stuff, but there's a lot to this instant gratification society where we don't give these coaches the time they need. They wonder why your program's in turmoil for over a decade. Dude, it's because they don't give people enough time.
There's a lot of players that would have gone to UM and Florida that are in SMU right now. All right. Because of NIA deals and all that stuff. So it's not like the guy came in this year with a bang up freaking roster to begin with. But like you said, going over the win total, so they're bowl bound, right? I'm assuming, right?
They have a chance to win 8 games, man. They're going to win this one this week over Florida State. I think they're going to do it in a big fashion, and then they're going to go play a bowl game, and you win that, you're at 8-5 right there, and you can't be upset. That's got to be
no.
I mean, if you would have told a Florida fan with your win total sitting at 5.5 going into the season, you're going to win 8 games. You got to love that.
Absolutely. And the swamp was buzzing this week.
I loved it, man. I loved seeing it, bro.
Great. I like this. I think I'm gonna put this in my. I think I'm gonna put this in my portfolio.
I'm ready to break the streak, man. I'm ready to get back on the right side.
Let's go, man. Let's go. I look, and I either go win big or go home. Right? I'm fucking parlaying. I'm giving you a parlay this week. Same game parlay. Rams 2.5 and over 48.5 against the Saints. Let's book this, baby. Come on. I think you know what? It's one of those things that the Rams play well after every loss. You notice, right? They the week before they came out like a house of fire, after they lost to the Cardinals, right? And then past week, and then this week, subpar performance. Again, is that 5-6 record that everybody's still around in that damn division, right? You know what I mean? Nobody's out of the playoffs yet. And I think they're gonna come out firing on all cylinders against the Saints and have one of those games where Matthew Stafford's gonna throw for 4 touchdowns. And I think the over is definitely gonna hit on this one, and I think they're gonna win the game by more than 3 points.
I agree, sir. I don't hate that one at all. The Saints are another team that's been kind of weird for me this year too. So I like the Rams to bounce back because they did kind of get shellacked last night. They were in that game for a while, but then the Eagles kind of blew it open, really kind of controlled it. So they need a big bounce back spot because, like you said, nobody's out of that division, but you can't drop too many more, man.
Nope, you can. And look, shout out to the Eagles, man. Right now, they're probably the best team in the NFC. Not the best thing in the NFC, but they're probably one of them. Think about it. It's weird with all this functionality. They are looking good, and a lot of it has to do Saquon, right? And I think Jalen Hurts is playing contained, and even with Devontae Smith out, they didn't need him yesterday, right?
Right.
Their defense is playing better. I think they're the only team probably in the NFC that can give the Detroit Lions a run for their money.
You know right, they look good, man. And the easy way to smooth over all that locker room turmoil is just keep winning football games, man.
That's right. I think Saquon has been a great solution for the locker room turmoil when you have a guy that is taking the pressure off the quarterback. You know what I mean? Just like Derrick Henry for Lamar Jackson. So,
yep, I agree, sir. I do. I agree.
Absolutely, my man. All right, Cricket, man. All right, we banged another one, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, buddy. Tell me one thing you're thankful for.
Man, like right there, man. Family. All day. That's what this time's all about. A lot of people get caught up in the hustle and bustle. We're about to go into Christmas season. Everybody's running around, everybody everywhere worried about presents and all this different stuff. That's not really what it's about, man. Enjoy the time with your families. A lot of people, live in different parts of the country and you get together. Enjoy that time, man. It don't last forever. And a lot of times we take that for granted. But that's exactly what I get to go pick my boys up next month. This first Christmas they're going to spend with me in about 3 years. So
nice, brother.
It'll be a good time.
Congrats.
So that's what I'm most thankful for, man. Just family, man.
Me too, man. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my wife, man. My mother is my only living parent alive. And it's funny because she's had pneumonia not too long ago, was in the hospital. She's not a spring chicken. She's 73, but she rallied back really well. But every time, an older person, like your last living parent, gets sick, dude, at that age, you're like, oh shit, man. It's like you start getting all these ideas. But I'm even more thankful to have her one more Thanksgiving, right? You know what I mean? Just, seeing her this Christmas and all that kind of crap. But I'm really happy for my family. It's like I tell people, man, life is, money is money, man. But what are you going to do without having anybody to love with, to spend it with, right? Bro. So I'd rather have less money and have more money in the matter of love than anything else in this world, man. I look at my kids and I'm getting old, bro, and they're growing, and I'm like, shit, this is not going to last forever.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, and enjoy it. It goes fast, and so a lot of people out there, they get the priorities a little mixed up, and especially this time of year, it's hard for people to remember. I'm telling you, man, there's that time together, you can never replace that, man.
Yep, I see it more and more, man. Time flies by, and I'm like, oh, shit, they're a year older.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You're
always planning birthday parties, man.
Yeah, brother.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Birthday parties or birthday fucking getaways, because that's
you're planning their birthday parties and dreading yours, man.
Yes, absolutely. Look, and mine is like 3 days. Well, I don't have a birthday anymore. Mine is 3 days with my daughters. Yeah, so it's like after she was born.
Dude, mine's 5 days before Christmas, and I tell them I don't even like to have them. I don't get older anymore, man. I just level up each year. I'm about to go to level 37 this year, man.
Good, right? 37. That's a good age, man. I remember that was 37, man. That's a good age, bro. I'm gonna be 47 in February, so I got you by 10 years.
Hey, man,
by 10 levels, brother.
As old as you feel, bro. Only as old as you feel.
That's true, or as you act, one or the other.
Fair enough. I was gonna say some days I feel 20, some days I feel 75, man.
You got it. That's true, man. It depends on what kind of the mood, what side of the bed do I wake up on.
That's right.
My man, I appreciate you as always, brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. We'll see you next week, my man.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to you, brother. Y'all stay safe out there.
On behalf of Cricket and E-Man, Unscripted Sportscast, peace out. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.